So Novo Tellus is a firm I founded. We've been investing over the past 10 years in exactly what the SPAC's doing, industrials and technology. It's interesting that you mentioned the correction in the markets. You obviously want to look at the sponsor and our track record. We're not a VC. We're a private equity growth and buyout fund. We don't use leverage. We work with companies to reinvest their cash flows into growth. So that's our track record. We have invested both in public pipes and private companies, and the public record is over 3x in terms of our investments so far.
How would you characterize the regulatory environment for new SPAC listings over here in Singapore? And in time, do you think that it could change the composition of the broader index, which right now is heavily weighted towards property and financials? Sure. Could it become more tech-like over time?
It's obviously a long journey, and of course this is the first step of that long journey. Absolutely, in terms of the types of companies, it's not going to be, in my view, even in the near term, one that's weighted on a revenue multiple. I'm not sure the market's going to accept that just yet, but a clear path to profitability, a near-term path. So what kind of companies benefit from that, and why Singapore? Again, folks talk a lot about Web 3.0. If you intermingle that with the geopolitical situation and also ESG requirements for your supply chain, is there going to be a supply chain 3.0 to match that with ESG, governance and sustainability? And that's why we picked Singapore. And if you think about the types of supply chain companies that are going to be winners with the shift from just-in-time to just-in-case and all that needs to happen, I think those companies fundamentally that generate cash flow and fit into the new paradigm will be beneficiaries of this.
Wai San, once you do identify the target companies, how active are you in terms of scaling those companies?
Great question. So if you look at the amount raised, it targets a 500 million to $1 billion type enterprise value company. These are companies that are smaller, with management teams that typically are not familiar with M&A. What we bring is 10 years of M&A and post-merger integration of target companies for capabilities, not for financial accretion, but for capabilities to compete for the long haul. So in terms of where we play, that's our style, that's our ethos. We work with management teams to really complement them in scaling.